Hi all, I was recently asked about some of my scans, particularly some of the ones I did in the early days. In the early days, and even now, I used a Creality Otter Lite. I find it really easy to get around, and at the time when I started this whole thing, this was the only scanner I could afford. So I thought I'd show you just a couple of the scans that I took in the early days, which sort of started this whole journey for me. The first one is the inside of my Triumph Stag, where I built a cold air intake out of PAHT, carbon fiber, and also some ASA at the top. And I've shown this picture in other things, so I won't go through that in too much detail. But what was interesting about this scan was this was literally one of the very first scans I ever did. And the car at the time was stuck out at the mechanics. It was out in the sun. As you can see, there's extremely contrasting light. What that also meant was that depending on where I was, it was almost impossible with the sun glare on my old iPhone, that was what I was using, to actually see what I was scanning. So it was quite a juggling act. I had my hand over the camera, sorry, the phone, and did my best job of scanning it. And in the end, it was absolutely the scan I used. It was sufficient for me to build the cold air intake from. In the actual Stag, we've removed this panel here, and that's where the cold air comes through from the front of the car. And again, you can see that in other videos. So this is the scan. It was really interesting as well because with the changes in light, I really had to manually adjust the aperture, the exposure, and the camera to try and compensate. Didn't have to do it too much, but yeah, definitely I was still learning, so I was trying different things. So again, that's the mesh, the textured mesh. This was the actual the mesh of without the texture. As you can see, it was pretty good. I was just using the quick mode, not super detail, and my focus was really about capturing this curve where I wanted the cold air intake to fit snugly over that. So that was the most important part, and where I focused a lot of attention, and just how all that came together, and also catching the headers. So I had a really clear picture of the space. That came out fantastic. It's in the car, and it's really holding up beautifully. Stay tuned, and I will do a number of these little videos that talk through some of the scans I've done and why they are detailed in areas that I need it and not in others, and why that might matter to you. Because honestly, for me, in this case, I didn't need to capture everything in the whole engine bay. I just really needed to focus on the portion where I was going to be building my cold air intake.